REIS, Real Estate Investors Society.
Case studies, videos, and the like.
Did the entire renovation.
I do commercial real estate.
REIS, the business of real estate investing.
There's a lot of property out there that we're networking.
You have to be careful with each one.
And my name is Alan Wu. The company that I formed back in 2007 is called Sequoia Properties Management, and we specialize in negotiating short sales.
Okay. Now, within that, what makes you different from any other short sale negotiator? What is your value-added proposition?
Okay. We actually started the short sale business back in 2007, and at that time I started just by myself negotiating short sales for my investors and things like that. And throughout the years, since 2007, we successfully closed over 200 short sales.
Wow.
I think with that number, that make us a little bit different than a lot of those so-called short sale experts out there who just took a midnight class, just like Nancy said, or just take some classes out there that talk about short sales. We are actually the one out there doing the dirty work, negotiating with all the short sales and talk to different lenders out there. And all the knowledge that we have are through experiences.
Okay, now if you're going to be a short sale investor like you are, I know what's critical to success in the short sale industry is having that pipeline.
Yep.
So how many deals would you currently have in your pipeline now?
I just counted today. We have 104 short sales in our pipeline.
Wow.
Yep, 104.
You have 104 short sales in your pipeline currently?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now, how did you build your pipeline? What is success behind that?
Well, one thing about building up a pipeline is a system. A lot of the people cannot close short sale. A lot of short sale cannot be closed out there is because the person who behind negotiating short sale does not have a system strategically to negotiate with the lender or to put the files in place. So what we have is that we have a system that allows us to turn the short sale negotiation into a turnkey system. And just like McDonald's, you know exactly what you put in, you know exactly what you put out. And in our system, we know exactly what we put in and how many months down the road, dealing with a certain number of lenders or a certain number of days, and then we know exactly what will come out with that pipeline. So the way that we market ourselves or to build up that pipeline is through, right now is actually through word of mouth and also through negotiating short sale with other real estate agents and investors and people who has a short sale lease but do not want to go through the hassle of dealing with the lenders.
Okay. Now, what are some of the challenges you face as a short sale investor?
Then I need to piggyback again on Nancy, what she had to say. It's we found two things. One is uneducated agent, and the second thing is uncooperated homeowners. Just because there's so many informations out there, they heard somebody, their uncle say something about Obama is going to help them to save their house, then they turn around and say that, no, I'm not going to do a short sale anymore, or or the agent saying that, hey, next month and somebody somehow is going to help you out with some programs. And so again, those are the two biggest challenges that we face. It's uneducated real estate agent. Unfortunately, a lot of the agents out there, even though they claim themselves as a short sale expert, but however, they just never really been through a short sale, don't really know what has to happen. And dealing with an agent like that, it adds another layer of complications to our work. And also, again, for homeowners, if they don't understand that is something that they want to go through, and for example, if they never been through the loan modification or talk to an attorney or talk to whoever, look for all the options before coming to short sale, they always have a hesitation, and always sometimes down the road they would, hear somebody say something about something, and then they decide not to go for it.
Okay. Now, with the 200 short sale deals you've done, one of the reasons that I know a lot of people don't like short sales is the uncertainty. A short sale can take anywhere from 45 days up to 6 months, up to 3 years.
That's correct.
So, over the 200 short sale deals you've done, what would you say is the average time frame that a short sale has taken in your system?
Well, I have to say that at the beginning of my business, short sale takes a lot longer. Just because at that point, a lot of the lender doesn't even know what they're doing. Agent doesn't know what they're doing. Nobody knows what is short sale. There's no such thing as short sale out there at the beginning. But however, it gets a lot better recently. Most of the lender now, they have their system in place. They know what's going on. They know how to negotiate short sale. They know what the number that they're looking for. And a lot of them realize that they will actually make more money through short sale than actually foreclose the property. So I have to say that right now at this stage, the short sale, I would say at least 90 days, between 90 days to 180 days, I would say within that range. It still takes time, you know.
Okay. Now, as a short sale investor, do you look to just negotiate deals, or are you also looking to purchase some of the investment properties for your own portfolio?
Well, again, our main business is through short sales, and we do a lot of short sales for our investors. And sometimes we do have our clients that come to us with short sale that we might be interesting to purchase, but mainly our business is to negotiate short sales for agents or investors who actually wants to purchase that short sale.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Mr. Hall.
Sure.
What is the average spread yield that you're looking to before you decide to acquire a deal for your portfolio? 30%, 40%? What's that magic number, or is there a magic number?
Well, there isn't actually a magic number. What we're looking for is what is the return on that property. Normally we're looking for between 20 to 25% of profit on that property.
Okay.
Then we will go into it.
Okay. Now, one thing I like about your business as well as Mr. Hall's business and the way Attorney Gooseman approaches it is that you approach real estate investing as a business and not just a hustle. And I think that's key. And so in approaching it as a business, talk a little bit about your team that you have in place as you run it as a business.
That is very true, especially with short sale. It's so new. This type of business is so new. I think it's only since 2006, 2007. And a lot of people, what they don't have is a team in place to help them to go through the short sale. So what we have in place is not just a negotiator, but we also work with so many different real estate agents because they are the one that knows the market. They are the one that out there listed the property. We also work with attorneys. We have attorneys in our team and make sure that all the paperwork that comes through are legitimate. All the paperwork that comes through are compliance with the state law regulations and things like that. And we also have we have a screening process for clients. There's a lot of clients out there. They are not a good short sale candidate. You know, there's a lot of clients just want to get rid of their property, but not necessarily a good short sale candidate. So we actually have all those things in place to just make sure that all the deals that comes through us are, first of all, legitimate deals, and second of all, are workable deals. And some of the short sale deals, even though the clients are legitimate or they do have the hardship, but unfortunately, they are just not a good candidate to go through the short sales.
All right. Now, since we have several attorneys here, I have to ask you this question. Short sale business, Maryland has a lot of laws to kind of regulate how short sale deals are done.
Right.
How are you staying compliant with that?
Well, again, because we have we actually work with two attorneys licensed in Maryland, and their job is to out there to look for what is the latest information in terms of short sale in the industry, what kind of proper form, for example, like FIFA, what exactly if you are the property is in foreclosure, what kind of form they need, the real estate agent needs to, how do they need to present that information to the client, and the client need to be disclosed upfront, understanding what they need to go through. And most of the time when the client comes to us, and we would like the client to come to us as we are the last resources because we need to have them to talk to attorney first, whether whether it's a bankruptcy is good for them or not, or they need to talk to other lenders to see if the loan modification would be good for them or not, and things like this. So a lot of the clients come back to us. They already know exactly short sale is the way that they go, and they already consult with attorneys, and they're ready to move on.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Who are you looking, when you come to an event such as this, who are you looking to connect with tonight? What would be a valuable connection for you to make tonight?
Well, I'm looking to connect with all the real estate investors out there who's out there looking for deals. I know a lot of investors out there when they look for properties and they do their own market, and there's a lot of leads that come through their pipeline. Unfortunately, a lot of those leads might not work for them, meaning that there's no value in the property, there's no equity in the property. A lot of investors don't know what to do with those properties. But come to us. We can do a short sale, and you never know because a lot of those short sale could be a very good investment property for you. we have a lot of investors bring us investment properties and ask us to negotiate at a certain price that they can purchase, and which we have done successfully for many, many investors out there. So don't throw away the leads that you don't like, and just go through us first and see. Hopefully, there might be a lead for you.
Okay. One last question. Then I ask for some tips. Now I know you just made a trip over to China,
Yes, I did.
and would you educate us or talk about why you went to China and what was the purpose of that, and kind of quickly, because we short on time, but what were some of the results or the objectives that came out of that trip?
Well, actually, believe me or not, on paper, you will see China has a booming economy out there. But however, that is not necessarily true. And when I went to China 3 weeks ago, I attended the what they call Real Estate Investment Summit. That is a nationwide high-profile people attend that summit. And they do not like to use the word bubble. They call the summit, they call the real estate as a turning moment in China. Okay, but basically what I understood is that they are actually facing a similar situation like United States. A lot of the real estate property out there are vacant and they cannot sell, overvalued, and they don't know what to do. They never heard of the term short sale. I don't know is that allowed in China or not, but it's just tons and tons and tons of property out there sitting vacant. And I went out there and talked to a few folks out there to share with them what we do in the United States to neutralize this kind of market, and they're very interested in it. And actually, the General Secretary of Real Estate Commission from Beijing is coming over this month to talk to some of the, for example, they would talk to a National Association of REITs and to just talk about what they can do and how they can neutralize the market in China. So I don't know. I think they are facing a similar situation like us.
Okay, well, in 30 seconds, can you tell us what are some of the tips you would give investors who are interested in getting into the short sale business?
Well, one thing that I can share with you is that short sale is not fire sale. Okay, don't expect that a lender will give the property away. You need to know what you're doing. You need to educate yourself a little bit about short sale, but you are able to pick up a lot of good properties if you want to get into the short sale investment, just because this is the market. And when I started the short sale business back in 2007, and we thought that by 2010, 2011, everything's supposed to be died down. But however, it looks like this is just the tip of the iceberg. So there's a lot of property out there that needs to go through short sale. So it's a good opportunity for you. But again, just be prepared. Just like any other business, this is a business. It's not like overnight you can become a millionaire type deal. You need to educate yourself. And one thing is that relentless. Short sale, you need to have a lot of relentless to deal with the lenders.
Okay, excellent. Well, Mr. Allen Wu, thank you for being on the spotlight.
Thank you.